Good morning, people. Welcome back to my channel, Reese TV. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Really helps with the algorithm. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. This is my thoughts and reactions to the aftermath of the Joshua versus Daniel Dubois heavyweight IBF championship bout that took place on the weekend. What can I say? Obviously, I've kind of got over it now. I was back in AJ, and I couldn't have been more wrong. Credit to Daniel Dubois. Like I said, he really gave Joshua a beat on him like he stole something from him. But Joshua went into that fight all wrong. He had no defense. I don't know what happened. He really underestimated Daniel. And for me, I thought he kind of was past that stage, him being a bit more experienced and going through some of the L's he's had. Obviously, Daniel's had some L's as well, but he really underestimated Daniel. I don't think he expected him to come out at the first bell from round one to meet him in the center of the ring and go for him. He thought it was maybe going to be a chess match, but if you watch how Daniel fights, he don't really fight chess fights. His one move, how he kind of fights, is he's a tank. He goes forward. He's like, a old school, like a fighter's fighter, so to speak. So yeah, like I said, he had no defense, chin up in the air, both his hands were down. Like, you can't fight. You can't fight like that. If you fight like that on the street, you'll get punched up. And that's how Joshua was moving when he was fighting the bar. It's like it was a street fight. It's like, where was the using your brain? Where was keeping your hands up defense? If he's gonna fight like openly, then you need to fight chess. With your arms up. But the bar's defense was solid. He had both his arms up. He had the high guard. His defense was tight. His footwork was good, strong like an ox, hungry. Obviously, you got a hungry young bull there, and he really believes in himself. And if you look at their last couple of fights, even though Joshua beat Ngannou and knocked him out, and he beat Hellenius, it's night and day when you look at who Dubois fought. He fought Herkovic, and then he fought Big Baby Miller. Even though I don't rate Big Baby Miller, I think he just talks a lot. Even though I don't rate Big Baby Miller, even though he talks a lot, he's durable, he's tough. He's somebody who's not going to give up, even though he ain't got great boxing IQ, he ain't got loads of power, he's just fat. But he's very durable. I think with that fight, like I said, Daniel Dubois walked through Joshua. If you're asking me, do I think he should rematch him? I don't think he should rematch him right now, because I think Daniel's hot right now. He's the next in line. He's probably looking at the Usyk Fury fight, and he wants to get his rematch against Usyk. So yeah, if he went to fight, I know obviously probably inside, he probably wants to rematch him, being a man of his word and whatnot, kind of thing. And you probably want to even the score and whatnot. But if he was to fight him again right now, Daniel's too hot. It'll be worse than the last time. It'll finish earlier as well. I think what Joshua needs to do, he needs to lick his wounds, go back to the drawing board, look at what he did wrong. It sounds like he knows what he did wrong, but he needs to wait for the outcome of Tyson Fury and Usyk, because I think he should try and fight Tyson that fight. Otherwise, it's going to get away from itself. I do think Usyk's going to beat Fury again, potentially by stoppage, potentially, or more of a convincing boxing display. Because like I said, Fury, his legs, he looks like his feet are a lot slower, and he looks like he's took a lot more damage because he hasn't looked after himself outside the ring, from drinking and taking drugs, going in his binges, taking cocaine and whatnot, But yeah, I think he should wait. Like I said, a lot of people, you live in an era nowadays when you lose, people just think, yeah, you should retire, you're a bum. I disagree with that stuff. Learning's part of the process. In order to get better, you have to have setbacks, you have to learn, you have to take an L. I know it was a beating, but that wasn't the best Joshua. It's not like he came in there and they both fought their best fight. Daniel fought his best fight. Joshua came in there with no defense and just wanted to fight like it was a street fight. And he got taught a lesson, and that's what you get. But I do think, I don't think he should retire, even though a lot of people think he should. I don't think he should retire, and I don't think he's going to, but I think he needs to wait. Like Eddie Hearn said, I think he needs to wait it out and wait to see the outcome of the Usyk Fury, and he needs to try and fight Fury, because Fury, I could see potentially, if he loses against Usyk, he might retire. He'll only maybe fight AJ because he knows it's a big payday. I don't think he's going to fight Joshua because he thinks he can beat him. He might give it the talk and be like, yeah, he's a bodybuilder, I'm too fast, this and that. Fury's declining. He's avoided Joshua for years. But I think Joshua needs to sit on the fence, wait for the outcome of the Fury Usyk. Wait for the outcome of the Fury Usyk bout and fight Fury, because Daniel's hot right now. He's confident, he believes in himself. He's a young boy, he's a lot younger than Joshua. He's more in his prime. He's had the better competition in the last couple bouts, and you saw it when Joshua and Dubois both fought each other. So yeah, I think he needs to wait it out. But yeah, Joshua, his hands were down. I've seen some of his training and that when he was practicing with Ben Davison. His hands are down. It's very bad. It's like, where's the high guard? You got to protect yourself. You can't just have your hands down and you're letting your hands go, because Daniel timed him well. And I wish Joshua started the fight a bit better, because obviously first round he got caught, hands were down. He met you in the center of the ring, but he was on the front foot. He was pushing you back when you should have. How Joshua started the fifth is how he should have started the first. How Joshua started the fifth is how he should have started the first. Where he hurt Daniel. Obviously he showed tremendous heart, even though he got knocked down a few times. He didn't give up. All this question in his heart, and he doesn't have heart. He doesn't have that dog in him. He's got heart because he didn't quit. He went out on his shield, and that's how you're supposed to go out as an old school fighter. If I'm watching boxing, I mean, that's what I want to see if someone's going to lose. I want them to go out on their shield. Like, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to knock me out. I'm not quitting. I'm not throwing in the towel. So, yeah, but he had his hands were down. He kept going for that right hand, the overhand right. It's too lazy. Like, it's not. You got to add more combinations. You got to move around. And then he's leaned on the ropes. Too many times leaned on the ropes. Like I said, Daniel was younger than him. Like, he definitely underestimated him. And I think he realized that as well. Credit to Daniel. Like I said, they had a phenomenal training camp. They had a game plan. He believed he could win, and he won. Credit to Don Charles as well. Daniel's improved a lot. He surprised me. I knew he was tough, and I knew he could fight. He's durable, but he did surprise me. He showed good boxing there, good head movement. His guard was tight. His defense was tight. He was punching in bunches. He was timing his punches as well, because he timed Joshua when he actually knocked him out and stopped him in the fifth. He timed him really well. But yeah, it was a great fight. Overall, like I said, a boxing fan in general. Can't lie, that's what I love to see. Obviously, I was rooting for Joshua, but I rate Daniel Dubois. He's gone up in my estimation. I give him a lot more respect. And obviously, you got to remember where he's coming from. He's coming from where he's had losses, where he's got to prove the doubters wrong. People calling him a quitter because when he quit in the Joyce fight, because his eye closed up from the jab, getting jabbed for like 10, 11 rounds straight. Then also when he fought Usyk, people saying he quit. So he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove, and you got to remember that. It's not just about the obvious person who people thought was going to win Joshua, because he's been heavyweight champion 2 times previously. He's the more experienced, seasoned pro. The other fighters got their own ambitions and dreams, and they got something to prove as well. And like I said, he proved the doubters wrong. He's aces in my book, Daniel. I'm not going to lie, he's hot right now, and I do think he's got a great chance of beating Usyk. Even though I still think Usyk will probably win, I think he's going to give him a tough fight, because that's going to do nothing but do wonders for his confidence. The fact that he not only beat Joshua, but he beat him up. He knocked him out comfortably, beat him like he stole something, you know what I mean? But yeah, couldn't be more proud of the excitement in terms of the way the heavyweight division is lining up right now. As a boxing fan, that's what you want to see, heavyweight boxing. And also heavyweight boxing, you got to remember that all it takes is one punch when you're in the heavyweight division if you get caught. It's not like the other divisions where you can just dust yourself off. And Joshua never recovered from the first round when he got caught clean. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if you just have that in you or not, but he takes a really long time to recover when he's hurt. Whereas you got to remember when he fought Klitschko, he was hurt in the 6th round. It took him 2 or 3 rounds to recover. The difference was Klitschko backed off. He stopped applying pressure. And if Klitschko, now when you come to think of it, if Klitschko came with the same approach as Daniel and didn't let up, Joshua wouldn't have won that fight. He gave him all the time to recover, and that's how Joshua was able to get Klitschko out of there. But yeah, without losses, the wins ain't as sweet. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think Joshua needs to sit on the sidelines and wait for the outcome of Fury and Tyson. He's got to catch Tyson now, because if you don't fight Tyson after this fight, regardless of who wins, whether Tyson wins or Usyk wins, if you don't fight Tyson after this, we're going to be robbed of getting to see a great British bout. And they definitely need to have 2 bouts, depending on how the first one goes, unless one gets beaten really badly. But Daniel, he's probably waiting to see what happens with Usyk and Fury as well. I think Daniel runs through Fury. I'm not going into too much detail, but if you think we saw what he done to Joshua, I think he will run through Fury like butter, because Fury ain't got no power to command that respect. He's got good boxing IQ, and he can probably keep Daniel off him for a couple of rounds by jabbing his head off, but his feet are not as quick. Daniel will go to the body, he'll go upstairs, he'll go downstairs. I think he'll, like I said, like a knife through butter. I think he runs through Fury, but I think Daniel's just going to wait to see what happens with the Usyk Fury. He wants the Usyk rematch. And like I said, it's exciting times in the heavyweight division, you know, because there's young up-and-coming bulls that are coming up. I also want to see Joshua against Wilder, because like I said, it looks like potentially that era of Joshua, Wilder and Tyson Fury's coming to an end. So I think we got to try and at least get to see these guys fight. And you've got Daniel, you've got other guys, up-and-coming guys coming up. Like I said, you've got a friend of mine, David Adelaide, up-and-coming fighter as well. You know what I mean? You've got other young bulls that are seeing it as it's their time. But yeah, those are my thoughts and views on the aftermath of the Daniel Dubois and Joshua fight. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a good day, people.